Hello everyone and welcome to Daily Game Review number 92. Today we have mt0502 15Q versus the 13 Ghost. This is a two-stone game, and remember, as white, your goal is to make some combinations, and as black, your goal is also to make combinations, just also try to watch out for white's combinations. And as white, you want to try and stop black's combinations as well. So basically an even game. It's just you have to be a little bit faster. But other than that, so a 3-3 here. It's a little unusual, but still fine. And white plays over here to push it down. I don't see a need to play over here. Like, for example, locally, yeah, you can get some influence, but with there being two black stones here, I don't see a combination over here. And for the influence, like the only thing you're going to get is influence, right? And I don't see a way to make that influence valuable with there's two star points. Also, there's no way to get territory because it's on 3-3. So I would save it for later and just play a normal move like this. Just play normal. You don't have to play crazy. You can just play normal and be fine. So white is playing, and this isn't quite Joseki. For example, white probably wants to do that and then extend or something along these lines to make the position a little bit faster. But I feel like black's getting more because while locally it may be okay for her both, I like black's territory and I don't like white's influence because again the star points. So I think it feels good for black. This is definitely good for black. White's over concentrated, doesn't have a base, and it's just a weak group, so black could easily slide under and take white's base. So white settle before Tanukiing. Two stones is not that scary. It's not that big. You can still play normal moves. It's not like you're playing 9 stones and have to invade and survive everywhere. So just play simple. Play normal. Your opponent will mess up eventually. If he doesn't, then he shouldn't be taking 2 stones, right? Alright, white jumps back. This is fair. This is fair. This black is not good because you're actually helping white. So later there's an invasion here. But if you go here, you actually help white bring his position down and settle. So this is a good exchange for white. And also you don't really have a move. You're going to have to like Nobi back or something. So it's a little weird. So locally, just play here if you want to play it. But I wouldn't even play this because you're already alive. This isn't the biggest area on the board. And there's weakness here. So don't force your opponent to fix weakness. Therefore, I think don't play here. If you want to play here, then play here. Otherwise, go and attack or surround or something. That was good for white. I wouldn't Nobi up because this has the Hane headed 2, which is normally good for your opponent. And white gets a lot of influence. Now, as white, what would I do? I think I would go this way because I want to support the weak group. Because you're ignoring the weak group too much, and you really need to support the weak group. Black, I would exchange here because it threatens the cut while also attacking the weak group. So don't forget about the weak groups, guys. The biggest key here is the weak groups and who's weak or where's the weaknesses and taking advantage of those weaknesses or fixing those weaknesses, right? So we don't want to ignore those weaknesses. It's especially in a handicap game. If black gets to attack white in a handicap game, it's going to be very good for black. So make sure you watch those weaknesses much more. Have a more keen eye for those weaknesses. Watch them like a hawk, because those weaknesses can win or lose you the game. So make sure you watch those. Black, I wouldn't worry about a pincer here. You can just simply play and then invade later. And the reason I want to do that is to hurry up and get back to over here. Like, I really want to fix that weakness. That weakness is very big. No reason to go 5th line. Don't play crazy. So I think white, don't worry about playing anything super crazy just because it's a handicap game. You can just play normal moves. Normal moves will be fine, and this is a normal move. Don't take the 3-3 black. That fixes the 3-3, and there's the 3-3 still open for later. So don't take the 3-3. Rather, what about just fighting? Just fighting like this should be good. And then later you can invade the 3-3. But here you actually force white to fix the 3-3. So it's actually Ajikeshi, so it's another thank you move. I think if you want to play that, you should probably get this exchange first and then play it. And that is because the moves here might break out with this white stone. So I would exchange that first. Also, I'm kind of want to do this because I kind of want to fight here. I don't want to let white settle so easily, but that's my opinion. I can't say it's bad. Or your move is bad. This move is bad. Because that's like the definition of broken shape. You can't play this. This is just getting cut. The whole Joseki is the surround. And if white plays this way, you can deal with this. But like I said, you're worried about this. Well, then simply push first. And then do it. And now you don't have to worry about it. Even if white gets this move, it's okay. You get the influence. And you're alive. And you can go play somewhere else now. So there's no reason to panic and play this shape, because this is going to be super good for white. Because now black has many weak groups. White, don't let your opponent live so easily. Take the base. Take the base is step one in attacking. Okay, black, don't force your opponent to fix, and because you need this move first, and then you can do it. And that way you have a I shape in the corner. But if you go here, you're going to lose, potentially lose that Hane, because what if white goes like here or something? Seems dangerous. I think the only Aji is here, but I can simply play this way. Oh. Alright, so black makes shape and lives. White was able to live too, so both players was able to live, which means it's good for white because white was the one in a little bad position. We go here. Pincer would be nice here. Here I'm worried white's going to make too nice a position, like this. But at the same time, no, it's still pincer. Even if white does something over here. Well, I can't do that one. Even if white, what can I do? What can I do? White can't do anything. If you pincer, you 3-3 because there's stone on both sides, and even if white tries to attack this one, you can run up and attack this group while running away. Therefore, I can't consider this black stone weak because white has two weak groups. So again, because of that weakness before, black can play this way. Black didn't see it though, so I played here. White, make a combination. This is what I was worried about black letting you do. So you should definitely do it. This seems a little good for black. Black's gonna easily stop the Moyo. Go ahead and Atari once, and then fix, and black will get to go, or white will get to go here, and black can go. White doesn't have a combination, so I think it's good for black. Because it's a handicap game, black should have more points, right? White, if you're gonna do that, then just connect. If you're gonna do that, just connect. If you don't want to, the whole purpose of the tiger's mouth, the whole purpose of this is that way you can extend one further when there's a high stone. That's the whole purpose of the tiger's mouth. Otherwise, just connect. Just connect, and it's much better. Now black doesn't have D1. Black, this is the surrounding move. Okay, let's go ahead and start making conclusions about what these players need to work on. So first off, I recommend for white, don't panic when you see two stones. Make your own combinations, and then you can destroy your opponent's combinations later. It's just two stones. You can still play it like an even game, but you'll be slightly faster than black in theory due to the fact that there's two stones, which means you're stronger than him, so you should be slightly faster. But I really think you need to work on the combinations. For both players, you really need to work on seeing the weakness. Weak groups, weak groups, weak groups. This group is still weak. Still a big attack and still a big defense. Whoever gets there, if black gets there first, it's going to be really good for black. And I think almost game over for white. So white definitely needs to get there. Also, black, gotta learn your Joseki shapes. Gotta learn your shapes. They're free to look up. So it's just putting in the effort to look them up after each game. So definitely want to do that. Because if it's something you can easily look up, then it shouldn't be a weakness in your game. You should look them up after each game that you play Joseki you don't know. You should look it up. Just look up free Joseki dictionaries like itogo.com or josekipedia.com or something like that. But looks like you're making many Joseki mistakes. Stop playing. Where's my tool? Move tool. Stop playing these types of. This is super, super bad. I would rather play anything besides that. You're worried about the cut? Okay, then fix the cut this way. I don't even care. Even if it's super slow, it's better than what you played in the game. because in the game you actually force white to damage your groups while fixing that cut. Like even this is better than fixing your cut, than fixing it the way you did. That is because this takes your own liberties, it forces white to split you, and it really helps white damage the Q9 stones. So the goal of the game is to make combinations and make more points than your opponent. So this is actually the opposite of that. This is actually forcing your opponent to stop your combination and attack you. So it's really, really bad. So you can't play moves like these. If you want to fix, try fixing in a different way. And then you can worry about other stuff. But anyway, look up Joseki's. Get rid of those really ugly, bad shape moves. Yeah, make sure both players pay attention to the weaknesses. So weaknesses and shapes and Joseki's for black, weaknesses and combinations for white. All right, hopefully you guys found that helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.